Greetings and salutations. Come on back to my Coin Lady channel. You better believe that the world will be rocked when Xrp and Hbar ETFs finally launch. Now, listen, Bitcoin ETFs were huge, and we're going to take a quick look back at what happened to Bitcoin after those ETF debuts. Because, to be honest, it was pivotal to Bitcoin's performance during this bull run and set in motion what may have been the greatest bull run ever for altcoins. You will comprehend the rationale for it. Whatever you do, don't lose sleep over Xrp or Hbar. I'm predicting that Xrp ETFs will arrive in 2025. Additionally, I believe that Hbar ETFs are highly probable to arrive as well. This development has the potential to attract trillions of dollars in volume to Xrp, Hbar, and many other coins that will also receive these ETFs. Now you may be wondering why I'm so sure Xrp will get those ETFs. First things first, the Solana ETF's grayscale files were approved by the New York Stock Exchange a few hours ago. This is major news that has been breaking recently. You may recall that several major organizations, like Grayscale, BlackRock, and a handful others like WisdomTree, filed for Bitcoin ETFs at the same time as Bitcoin itself, so this is significant. Actually, they began submitting applications for these ETFs anywhere from a few weeks to a few months prior to their approval, depending on the specific ones. Grayscale has begun this movement, but that's not the most important thing. You can wager that it will be arriving shortly if Grayscale joins and begins filing for ETFs. This may be the deciding factor that pushes Solana's price above $1,000 per coin. And yeah, you can bet that this will trigger a super cycle for Xrp and every other top altcoin in circulation. This is a tweet that I just sent out, but I will soon explain why that is. Please think about following me on X if you haven't already. The Xrp army benefits greatly from the increased visibility it provides. Just as I mentioned before, salty ETFs are on the way due to the fact that Xrp and Hbar are on the way in Grayscale. Please retweet, like, and highlight my tweets. Very important to spread the word. The Bitcoin ETF was first proposed at what point in time? Now I'd like to walk you through the price of Bitcoin around January 10, 2024, which is when the Securities and Exchange Commission approved spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. You may observe that Bitcoin was actually experiencing some price action in December, just before this, when many of these companies began submitting applications for certification. From over $41,000 in December to almost $46,000 now is a very substantial increase. As that, there was a small pullback, but as exchange-traded funds, ETFs, went live for trading, the market took off. By the way, on January 23, Bitcoin was priced at approximately $39,000 per coin. As you can see, the price started to rise rapidly once the inflow started, and it eventually reached its all-time high of $73,000 per coin just a couple of months later. Let me remind you, though, that during that time, these Bitcoin ETFs received billions, yes, billions, of funds. Yes, Bitcoin's value has increased slightly since then. Indeed, it is delicate, new all-time highs, and fantastic stuff, but the primary catalyst for Bitcoin to surpass its prior all-time highs was the ETF, and this occurred at the time of Bitcoin's historically quite difficult period. However, the Bitcoin bull run got underway far sooner than it ought to have because of these ETFs. This is just insane. Due to the extreme strength of these ETFs, a bull run has begun, even though the typical bull run peaks about 1 to 1.5 years after the launch. And with this, naturally, Here, Bitcoin reached stratospheric peaks, yet further insanity ensues in this section. Naturally, more liquidity has entered the markets as a result of the recent improvement and decline in interest rates. And as you can see, Bitcoin was constantly receiving roughly 3 times the daily volume of $20 billion in December. Today, that number is much lower. We reached a volume of $66.65 billion just in the past 24 hours. Also, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, are a huge help in this regard. A lot of you were probably thinking, okay, sure, that's fantastic, and I got your question. That's great, I don't care. But what will become of Xrp? We need to know what happens to Solana. In what ways is going to transpire with each of these Bitcoin initiatives? Their market valuations may be smaller, but they're about to face a massive audience and become very appealing. Bitcoin, as we can see, has amassed billions and billions, and it's the fastest growing ETF in the world ever. We're talking about exchange-traded funds, ETFs, as an asset class that's worth multi-trillion dollars overall. Considering how successful Xrp has been over the past month or so, I think it's safe to say that the Solana ETFs, which are Xrp-related, will also experience similar growth rates. Because these markets are in utter chaos, many people will want to participate. The point is, we're now getting into a market worth multi-trillion dollars with ETFs, right? So, Xrp is currently trading at $2.60, which is ridiculous. By the way, excellent job, Xrp Army. Okay, so what's the plan here? Today, our market capitalization is over $100 billion. Exactly how monumental this is going to be is anybody's guess. However, in the long run, it is certainly going to be the ETFs that will propel Xrp into the trillions of dollars in market capitalization. What I've shown you here about Bitcoin suggests that it has the potential to start a bull run a little bit earlier than expected. Given that companies like Grayscale already have trillions of assets under their management, I wouldn't be surprised if Xrp reached $10 or $20 sooner than expected if these ETFs are approved in February. And the same goes for the men at Hbar. Alright, stay awake on the Hbar. According to Donald Trump's plans, these US-based businesses will essentially be exempt from paying capital gains tax. Furthermore, being crypto firms based in the US, they will receive all this favorable treatment. Because of the enormous markets here, Donald Trump will guarantee that everyone wants to relocate to yes. After these incredible runs, there is a good chance that the price of this extraordinary cryptocurrency, which is now trading at 33 cents and has a market cap in the tens of billions, will also see significant volatility. The indication is clearly going to propel Hbar's market valuation into the hundreds of billions of dollars, which is almost 10 times its current price. This means that our current trade price could be $3.30 rather than 33 cents. For that reason, I predict that Hbar will reach a maximum of about $5 per cycle, Xrp will be closer to $20 per cycle, and that exchange-traded funds, ETFs, will be the driving force behind all of this. You have my gratitude for viewing my video. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I will see you later.